If you have high blood pressure and often wake up in the middle of the night with a racing heart, chest tightness, or headaches, I need you to stop everything right now and listen to me carefully, because I've discovered something that could be putting your life at risk every night without you even knowing it. As a cardiologist for over 15 years, I've seen thousands of hypertensive patients, and I must confess, I was completely shocked when I identified a seemingly harmless habit that most people practice religiously before bed, thinking they're relaxing and preparing for a good night's sleep, but which is actually spiking blood pressure at the most critical time of the day for your heart. This discovery has radically changed the way I advise patients on nighttime routines. And today I'll reveal not only what this dangerous habit is, but also 3 powerful, natural strategies that will protect your cardiovascular system throughout the night, drastically reducing the risk of hypertensive emergencies that can occur while you sleep. If you've come across this video, it's because you're genuinely concerned about your cardiovascular health, and that fills me with hope. It shows that you're not content with just swallowing pills for the rest of your life, but want to understand how you can take control of the situation naturally and intelligently. I created this channel specifically for people like you, who seek serious scientific information on how to overcome hypertension through conscious lifestyle changes. Subscribe to the channel now and activate the notification bell, because every week I bring exclusive content based on my clinical experience and the most current cardiology research information that can literally save your life. You'll be part of a community determined to achieve cardiovascular freedom. And I guarantee that each new video will be a valuable tool on your journey to full and lasting health. The devastating habit that's destroying your blood pressure every night is using electronic devices in bed, especially your cell phone, tablet, or television, in the 2 hours before bed. I know it may seem harmless to scroll through social media, watch videos, or check messages while getting ready for bed, but the scientific truth behind this behavior is terrifying for those with hypertension. When you expose your eyes to the blue light emitted by these screens at night, you're triggering a cascade of hormonal and neurological reactions that raise your blood pressure dangerously and sustainably throughout the night. Blue light drastically suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible not only for sleep but also for nighttime cardiovascular regulation. When melatonin levels plummet, your sympathetic nervous system becomes hyperactive, releasing adrenaline and cortisol in abnormal amounts for a resting period. The result is a significant rise in blood pressure that can persist for up to 6 hours after you finally turn off your device. Recent studies show that hypertensive people who use screens before bed have a 70% higher risk of developing cardiovascular emergencies during the night. But the problem goes far beyond blue light. The content we consume on these devices also directly impacts our blood pressure. Stressful news, social media discussions, emotionally charged videos, or even seemingly relaxing games keep your brain on high alert, preventing the parasympathetic system, responsible for relaxation, from taking over. This means that even when you finally manage to fall asleep, your heart continues to work as if it were awake and active, pumping high-pressure blood through vessels that should be relaxed and dilated for a night's rest. The physical position we assume when using these devices in bed also contributes to the problem. We often have our necks flexed, shoulders tense, and breathing shallowly postures that activate muscle tension points directly connected to the cardiovascular system. Furthermore, artificial light confuses our internal biological clock, causing the body to produce cortisol, the stress hormone, at inappropriate times. Elevated cortisol at night causes sodium retention and vascular constriction, 2 factors that immediately and lastingly spike blood pressure. Before revealing the 3 strategies that will transform your nights and protect your heart, I need to know something important about you. Do you often feel your blood pressure is higher in the early morning hours, right after waking up, even when taking your medication correctly? If so, leave a comment below saying, "I wake up with high blood pressure and I don't understand why." This information is crucial for me to better understand the profile of our subscribers and create content even more tailored to their needs. Often, these morning spikes are directly related to what we do in the hours before bed. The first revolutionary strategy to protect your blood pressure at night is to implement what I call a gradual digital disconnection protocol. Instead of abruptly cutting off device use, which can generate anxiety and further worsen your blood pressure, you'll create a smooth, intelligent transition. 3 hours before your usual bedtime, replace large screens like television and computers with activities that naturally lower blood pressure. This could include reading a physical book in soft yellow light, organizing personal items, preparing clothes for the next day, or having quiet conversations with family members. 2 hours before bed, completely eliminate tablets and computers. Keeping your cell phone only for absolutely necessary situations, always with the blue light filter activated and brightness set to minimum. An hour before bed, turn off your cell phone completely or leave it in another room. This gradual protocol allows your nervous system to naturally adapt to the reduction of stimuli, promoting the progressive release of melatonin and activation of the parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for cardiovascular relaxation. To make this transition easier and more enjoyable, create alternative rituals that are genuinely relaxing and beneficial for your blood pressure. Brew warm chamomile or lemon balm tea, practice deep breathing exercises, do gentle stretches, or write in a gratitude journal. These activities not only replace the digital habit but actively contribute to lowering blood pressure by decreasing stress hormones and relaxing vascular muscles. The second powerful strategy is creating a sleep environment that actively works to keep your blood pressure stable throughout the night. This goes far beyond simply turning off the lights. Your bedroom needs to become a cardiovascular sanctuary that promotes true recovery of your circulatory system. Start by strictly controlling the room temperature, keeping it between 17 and 19 degrees Celsius. Higher temperatures force your heart to work harder to regulate body temperature, raising blood pressure unnecessarily. Invest in blackout curtains or sleep masks that completely block out any external light sources. Even small amounts of light can interfere with melatonin production and keep the sympathetic nervous system partially activated. Use a humidifier to maintain humidity levels between 40 and 60%, as very dry air can irritate the airways and raise blood pressure through reflex mechanisms. Completely remove any electronic devices from the bedroom, including digital alarm clocks with luminous displays. Replace it with a traditional analog alarm clock or use your cell phone in another room with the volume loud enough to wake you up. This simple change eliminates electromagnetic fields that can subtly interfere with the nervous system during sleep, and also eliminates the temptation to check messages during natural nighttime awakenings. Create a transition zone between the rest of the house and the bedroom by using natural scents that have been shown to lower blood pressure. Lavender, bergamot, or ylang ylang essential oils can be diffused in the room about 30 minutes before entering the bedroom. These scents directly activate the parasympathetic nervous system through the olfactory nerve, promoting immediate and lasting vascular relaxation. The third and perhaps most transformative strategy is what I call the nocturnal cardiovascular breathing protocol. This specific technique works directly on blood pressure control through modulation of the autonomic nervous system. When lying in bed, position yourself comfortably on your back with a pillow that keeps your head slightly elevated, facilitating circulation and reducing pressure on the heart. Practice 4-7-8 breathing for exactly 10 minutes. Inhale through your nose for a mental count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 7, and exhale completely through your mouth for a count of 8. Repeat this cycle continuously for 10 minutes. This specific technique activates the vagus nerve, the main nerve of the parasympathetic nervous system, resulting in an immediate reduction in heart rate and blood pressure. Studies show that people with hypertension who practice this breathing regularly experience an average reduction of 15 points in systolic blood pressure and 10 points in diastolic blood pressure. After 10 minutes of structured breathing, do a mindful body scan, mentally relaxing each muscle group, starting with your feet and working your way up to your head. This technique, known as progressive muscle relaxation, reduces the physical tension that contributes to high blood pressure. Focus especially on relaxing the muscles in your neck, shoulders, and gluteus that frequently accumulate tension and can directly influence blood pressure through neurovascular connections. Always finish with 5 minutes of visualizing a peaceful, safe place, such as a beach at sunset or a quiet forest. This visualization is not only relaxing, but it activates specific areas of the brain responsible for cardiovascular regulation, promoting vasodilation and a natural reduction in blood pressure. Combining these techniques creates a comprehensive protocol that not only improves sleep quality but also actively treats hypertension during rest. It's crucial to understand that these three strategies work synergistically, mutually enhancing their beneficial effects. When you remove digital stimuli that raise your blood pressure, create a physical environment that promotes cardiovascular relaxation, and practice active blood pressure lowering techniques, you're implementing an integrated approach that addresses the underlying causes of nocturnal hypertension, not just its symptoms. Many patients report significant improvements within the first week of fully implementing these strategies. This includes not only more stable blood pressure levels, but also improved sleep quality, reduced morning headaches, increased energy during the day, and a reduced need for medication adjustments over time. Most impressively, these benefits tend to compound with consistent practice, creating a positive cycle of progressive improvement in cardiovascular health. I need to make an important note about safety and monitoring. If you're currently taking medication for hypertension, especially those that work overnight, such as some types of diuretics or beta blockers, monitor your blood pressure more frequently for the first 2 weeks after implementing these changes. Improvements may be faster and more significant than expected, and medication adjustments with your cardiologist may be necessary to avoid episodes of very low blood pressure. People with diagnosed sleep apnea should discuss these strategies with their doctor before implementing them, as some breathing techniques may need to be adapted depending on the severity of the condition. Similarly, if you have a history of cardiac arrhythmias, breathing techniques should initially be practiced under medical supervision to ensure they don't trigger arrhythmic episodes. To maximize results, keep a detailed diary recording digital disconnect times, morning and evening blood pressure readings when possible, subjective sleep quality, and symptoms such as headaches or palpitations. This documentation allows you to identify patterns and adjust strategies as needed, as well as providing valuable information for discussions with your doctor about potential medication adjustments. I also recommend using a reliable, clinically validated home blood pressure monitor. Always measure your blood pressure at the same times, preferably upon waking after 5 minutes of rest and before taking medication, and again before starting your nighttime routine. Record these values along with observations about your stress level, the previous night's sleep quality, and adherence to the strategies you implemented. In addition to the 3 main strategies, there are complementary practices that significantly amplify the results. Completely avoiding caffeine after 2 p.m. is essential, as even small amounts can interfere with melatonin production and keep the sympathetic nervous system activated. This includes not only coffee, but also black tea, soft drinks, chocolate, and some medications that contain caffeine. Strategic hydration also makes a crucial difference. Drink most of your daily water needs by 6 p.m., gradually reducing fluid intake in the following hours to avoid sleep interruptions that can cause blood pressure spikes. When we wake up during the night, there is a natural activation of the sympathetic nervous system that temporarily raises blood pressure, and multiple interruptions can keep this system hyperactive. Maintain a strictly consistent schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same times every day, even on weekends. This regularity strengthens your natural circadian rhythm, optimizing the production of hormones that regulate blood pressure. Constant variations in sleep schedules confuse your internal biological clock and can perpetuate cardiovascular instability. Your diet in the last 4 hours before bed deserves special attention. Completely avoid foods high in sodium, refined sugars, or caffeine. Opt for a light meal rich in magnesium and potassium, minerals that promote vascular relaxation. This could include dark green vegetables, avocado, nuts, or a calming, unsweetened herbal tea. Regular daytime exercise greatly enhances the benefits of nighttime strategies, but should end at least 4 hours before bed. Physical activity too close to sleep can keep the sympathetic nervous system activated, interfering with the cardiovascular relaxation necessary for healthy nighttime blood pressure. It's important to recognize that changing deeply ingrained habits takes time and patience. Don't be frustrated if you have trouble falling asleep without your phone for the first few nights, or if breathing techniques seem difficult at first. Your nervous system needs time to readjust to new patterns, and consistency is far more important than immediate perfection. Remember, you're not just measuring numbers on a blood pressure monitor, but caring for your body's most important organ and protecting your future quality of life. Every night you implement these strategies is an investment in your longevity and cardiovascular well-being. The benefits accumulate progressively, creating a solid foundation for a healthier life free from the limitations imposed by uncontrolled hypertension. If this content opened your eyes to the hidden dangers that may be sabotaging your cardiovascular health every night and offered practical, scientifically based solutions, please leave a like below. This shows me that I'm bringing truly valuable information and motivates me to continue sharing knowledge that can transform lives. Share this video with family and friends who also struggle with hypertension, because quality information multiplied saves more lives. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, do so now and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content that may be exactly what you need to definitively control your blood pressure. Until the next video, and remember, your cardiovascular health is in your hands. And small, smart changes can generate extraordinary transformations in your quality of life.